Alright guys, today we have here the brand new Xiaomi 17T Pro, a device that's extremely powerful not just inside, but also has really strong cameras at the back. So in today's video, we're going to find out how it performs from a photography perspective, since it has that Leica branding at the back, and how it also performs in your day-to-day, and find out who this device is really for. So without further ado, let's just jump into the video and find out more about the brand new Xiaomi 17T Pro. Now, since the device itself is said to focus on photography, I thought, why not we start off with the cameras first. Now on board, we do have a triple camera setup that's very similar to its predecessor. What we have is a 50MP main sensor with OIS that's similar to the one on the Xiaomi 17, by the way. We also have a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto lens that goes all the way up to 120 times digital zoom. And yep, the digital zoom is actually usable. And finally, we have a 12 megapixel ultrawide, which I wish was a 50 megapixel. Anyway, what's really new on here is the fact that it now comes with a lot of coding on board. So what we have is the LSC, ALD, and SWC, and all these coding is meant to reduce light scattering, haze, ghosting, flash, and all that, so you can expect a sharper photo due to the cleaner handling of light. So basically, if you're going to point it at very sharp or harsh light sources, you won't get those flares on the lens itself. Finally, just a quick note, movie mode now also supports shooting with the telephoto at 4K 60, just in case any of you want that cinematic look. Alright, so let's take a look at how the photos really perform. Starting off with the main sensor, the kind of vibe that you get here, is it the Leica kind of look? Well, I would say the photos actually do look very similar to the ones on the Xiaomi 17. That means that you have photos that already look kind of tweaked with that Leica look. And that means you get basically photos that look a bit warmer on the tones. The photos themselves also look more vibrant with a street look kind of vibe. And I think that's actually perfect because it makes the photos more expressive without you having to actually edit the photos. I also noticed a little bit of sharpening in some cases, but not to the extent where it's excessive. Alright, moving on, let's talk a little bit about that 5x telephoto lens. Now, honestly speaking, this is my favorite lens out of the three because I was actually able to capture some really nice shots of those objects at a distance while still having that very beautiful soft background blur. Again, the tip here is to actually capture a subject that's actually further away from the background, and in that case, you can get that nice bokeh at the back. However, if you're just pointing it against subjects like buildings and all that, you will also be able to get a great photo with high clarity. Now, it's not just about higher clarity, guys. What I also noticed here with the telephoto lens is that it produces pictures with even lesser noise, cleaner shots, and less processing. So that's the reason why I really enjoyed the telephoto lens. You're not just going to get photos with that very nice background blur, but overall, you're just getting a high quality telephoto shot. Now it goes all the way up to 10 times with lossless zoom like I mentioned earlier on. You're not going to get the exact same clarity as 5 times, but I think it's still doing a great job. Of course, if you really wanted to zoom in to really far away, that's where you can actually use that 120 times digital zoom with AI assist to capture some subjects in the distance. And the good thing is that because it comes with OIS, it's very stable to just use one hand to zoom in all to 120x. Now having said that, let's talk a little bit about the video capabilities of this device, and this time around, I think my favorite feature is actually playing around with the lock mode. So lock mode basically allows you to capture a less processed look, but more importantly, it preserves a higher amount of dynamic range. And this is where you might be wondering, but what's up with this really flat kind of look, no colors and all that? But don't worry, you don't actually need a videographer's skills to edit your video. All you need to do is just go into the gallery app, edit the video itself, and you can convert it directly to Rec 709, which means bringing back your colors directly from the phone. What's even better is you even have a couple of filters in there, some Leica filters no less, and that's basically to help you juice up your video so you can get that really nice cinematic kind of videos directly from the Xiaomi 17T Pro. Now this is where I really found it very fun because it's all about bringing down the barriers. You don't need to have a lot of skills to actually shoot and edit a video, but everything can be done with just your fingertips directly on the Xiaomi 17T Pro. So I hope you guys have the opportunity to actually try out lock mode on one of these devices. Oh, it's also worth mentioning that you now have Leica Live Moments, which is actually a first on its 17T series. So overall, just in terms of the camera package that you're getting over here, I think it's actually a very nice iteration from what you're getting from the 15T Pro. There's no 16T Pro, by the way, and add on that very clear lens, and of course the video capabilities has been improved thanks to that new chipset. Now, speaking about the chipset, let's talk a little bit about how the phone performs on its own. So what we have here is actually a device that's powered by the Dimensity 9500, and guys, this is a very, very strong processor. Now, I will even consider this flagship grade, and it's running on a completely new architecture. The prime core even breaks the 4 GHz wall by hitting 4.21 GHz, and this makes it about 20 to 25% faster in multi-core compared to its predecessor. So you can expect big graphic jumps as well as even stronger efficiency on the MediaTek Dimensity 9500. Other than that, you also get a very nice display at the front. This is a 6.83-inch up to 144Hz OLED display. And it also goes all the way up to 3500 nits of maximum brightness, which is very useful if you're going to be shooting in very strong, harsh sunlight. Now, other than that, the battery itself is also a step up to 7000 mAh, which is good enough for around 2 days of use on a single charge. And whenever you run out of juice, you have the 100-watt fast charge as well as 50-watt wireless charging. Now, before we go, a final word on the design itself. I would say it looks very similar to the 15T Pro, its predecessor, but right now, it feels even more premium than ever. Very, very smooth touch all around, and this brand new purple color just looks really, really cool. So, at the end of the day, who is the Xiaomi 17T Pro for? Well, I would say that if you are using your phone for a couple of years now, you're looking to get sort of like a flagship killer kind of performance. You want that really strong cameras with the even better lens with auto coating and all that. No doubt, you should definitely check out the Xiaomi 17T Pro. Anyway, let me know if you have any further questions about the device itself. Feel free to comment down below. I look forward to seeing your thoughts as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Do take care, enjoy your phones, and bye-bye.